Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to take your eBay photos on a solid white background using no fancy equipment, just your phone. Here's my fancy equipment. $1 piece of poster board from the dollar store, and I've had it for like 5 years. But hey, that's all you need. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you my process. Okay, this is my fancy setup. This is what I do. I have a south-facing window here, so I have good light, but I'm not like right directly in a sunbeam. Otherwise that will kind of make the colors look weird and stuff. So this is my fancy photo studio. It's like bent and everything, and that doesn't matter. And I just put books on it or shoes or whatever's laying around to just kind of hold it flat. Today I'm going to show you how to sell these Smith goggles. I bought these on a clearance and I'm going to put them on eBay. So we're going to take as many photos as we can, and we want them to look beautiful. So there we go. I'm going to screen record this too so that you can see exactly what I'm doing on my phone, and I'll put it in the video. Alright, we're going. Okay, it's good to always shoot your photos with the square aspect ratio because that's what eBay is going to automatically change them to for you anyways. So I like to shoot them in square just so I know exactly what they're going to look like when eBay gets them. So I'm going to get in really tight on the photo. I don't want lots of extra white space. So that one's good. We're going to just take a few angles here and then we'll go through and we'll edit these together. I'm going to try to get all different angles. Taking more pictures than you think you might need is actually really smart because it'll reduce the amount of questions you get from your buyers. A lot of buyers will be like, what size is this? What color is this? Do you know the UPC code? Things like that. It's better just to take photos of all those things so that the buyer can see it right there in the listing. And they don't end up like sending you 1,000 questions. There's a couple more things that came with these goggles. I should probably do a whole package thing so they know that they're getting the box. And the multiple lenses. I'll just get these. Okay. Perfect. Now I need just a picture of the lens. You can kind of see how I've got kind of a big fold here, so I'm going to move this where there's not such a big one. Okay, that's good. There's like a little etching on here that shows what the lens is. I'm going to get up close on that. Perfect. I think that's good now for the demonstration purposes, and let's edit those together. Okay, so I'm in the app Afterlight, and this is the first image we took of the goggles, and I'm going to show you how I would edit this. Now, looking back on this, I have this giant fold down the middle of my poster board. I should probably break the bank and spend another $1 on the poster board so I don't have this issue. It would make it a lot easier, but I'll show you how to edit it regardless of that. So I'm going to hit use. First thing I'm going to do is on the bottom left-hand corner, that hamburger menu, I'm going to tap that and hit curves. I'm just going to pull. You can see what happens when you adjust this curve line. I just really want to get the whites brighter. I'll do the best I can with that stupid fold in the middle of it. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to hit check. I'm going to go to touch tools and hit lighten. Lighten up that middle part where it's pretty dark. Try my best to get rid of that fold. So you just kind of drag this around over and over to lighten those darker spots. Okay, check. Let's go back to adjustments. I'm going to up the brightness a little bit. Now, as you can see, it's washing out the lens a little bit, but we can correct that later. Hit check. Okay, I'm going to go back to touch tools and do darken. So this changes the size of like the drag piece that you've got. So that's good. I'm going to just darken up what was kind of getting washed out when I increased the brightness. Okay, so that's pretty good. So that's looking good to me. I can still see kind of that fold. It would be better if I just retook this picture, but we're gonna make it work. Okay, I'm gonna go back to curves and increase the brightness a little bit more. Okay, that's pretty good. I might have to go back to touch tools and darken that again. Check. Okay, now I've noticed that my camera tends, I'm going back to adjustments. My camera tends to take photos too warm. So I'm going to go over here to temperature and reduce the temperature a little bit. And that looks more realistic, what these look like in real life. And we want that for our eBay buyers so that they don't receive the item and are like, hey, these are a totally different color than what you put. Okay, that looks good to me. I'm going to hit check. I'm actually going to crop this a little tighter too. So do square, remember that's the aspect ratio we want for eBay, and just get in there as tight as you can, get rid of any extra white space, check. Okay, that looks fantastic to me. I'm gonna hit next and save that to my camera roll. Awesome. Okay, here we can see our before and our after is much better, loving it. Okay, let's do one more. I'm gonna click use. This one, I took a picture so I could see that etching on the lens so that the buyer could see exactly what was in the photo. First off, I can tell you this needs to be cropped. So square, we want more of the lens. We don't need so much of my hand in there. Just drag that to get it just perfect. Okay, that looks good, check. Okay, let's take up the curves, getting us a nice bright background. That's pretty good. I'm also going to improve the brightness a little bit. Awesome. Check. Let's take the temperature down. That didn't do too much, but that looks good. Another way you can improve the brightness is to increase the exposure. So depending, like that actually looks pretty good actually to me. I'm going to improve the not improve, but increase the exposure a little bit. That looks really good. I'm gonna hit check. That looks good to me. And now, well, if I wanted to get picky, I'd brighten this up a little bit down here. This is a little dingy down here. Check. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna hit next and save that to my camera roll. Check out this before and after. Looks great. That was easy, right? Okay, now I'm gonna show you how I get those photos from my phone onto eBay so that I can go to my laptop and finish the listings by typing in the title and all that stuff on my laptop, because that's easier than typing it all in on my phone. So I'll show you how to do that. Okay, here I am in my eBay app and I'm gonna start a listing for these goggles. Now you don't need to put in too many details here because all we really wanna do is get the pictures onto the eBay server. So that we can finish the listing later on our laptop or our computer where it's easier to type things in. We're going to add a couple pictures of our goggles that we just did. Hit upload. You can hit done. They'll keep uploading in the background. And as soon as these pop up, we're just going to save this as a draft. So we'll scroll down to the bottom and we're going to hit save for later. Now, next time I come back to my eBay app, or if I pull up eBay on my computer, these will be saved in my draft section here. I can just click it, the pictures will already be in the listing, and I can finish typing the listing from there. It makes it really easy. Thank you for watching. I hope that you found this super helpful.